Good morning, everybody. Broadcasting live from Mazatlan, Mexico. I'm Bill the Geek, and this is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel. We bring to you messages about the joys of living in Mexico. We're going live today. We have a lot to share with you today, and we are ready to rumble. We got a very long list today. We got a lot of stuff to cover. I've got a new studio set up, and I want to say hello to some people. We got William Mustache Stone Man in the house. Camping Allen in the house. Hadn't been here in a long time. We got Pamela from DC in the house. Stephen, Nathan. We had lunch together. My neighbor, that girl who's in Albuquerque. Woo! Albuquerque now on sabbatical, doing some secret undercover secret agent work up there. I know she tells me she's in the movie industry, but I think she's with the CIA doing secret stuff all the time. We have Padlock 39 also in Albuquerque. We've been missing Love to Travel for a while. I met her and her husband. They're wonderful people. And we have Angie Hernandez, Buenos Dias from Dallas, Fort Worth. And of course, who else would not be here but Brian, Pretty Boy Maiden? Always glad to see you. Nana from Dallas, my middle name. I'll be on. Oh, you should be excited, Nana. Come on down. Drop me a line. Miriam is in the house. Hola, Miriam. I just saw Miriam. Oh, that was 2 days. I spent time with Miriam on Thursday, and I'm going to tell you about that. Bill, I'm still going to email you. I've been preoccupied. Okay, with puppies. Well, drop me a line. You know how to do it. Joe, I heard from Joe this week. You like my music. Joe and Janet from Parkland County, Alberta, Canada. 13 Celsius. Hey, be happy about that because it's kind of heated down here. It's warming up. Jack Webb in Lexington. Well, if you're in Lexington, that means you must be at home and not in the closet in Hazard, sneak peeking. Oh man, we got a bunch of people in the house today, and I'm happy to see everybody show up. Senor Mexico in the house from Baltimore. We have a lot to cover. Today. A lot going on. My list is long. I'm hoping that sound is good. We have internet this morning. The electricity is on. My door is open. I can hear the birds chirping. We don't have any construction sounds going on. Who is this? She thinks so. She speaks. Everyone preparing to return to Merida this coming week. Come on down, girl. Woo! Oh, we got a bunch of people in the house. I got a little delay on one screen. Katrina the Maker is in the house. Happy to see you. We have a lot going on this morning. Got a new setup. Got a new camera set up here. It's like got the laptop over there. Let me point to the laptop. Got the laptop over there, the big screen over here, got me right here. And because the camera is behind the laptop, because I did have the laptop over here on the other side. So when you guys said I was looking over here, that didn't make sense. So I just put the laptop right in front of the camera. So now I can just look down and see what's going on, see what kind of messages are coming in. I want to talk about the weather a little bit. Oh, okay. Yeah, we got people flying SGP from Western Colorado. I don't believe all this. All these people showing, oh, it's my travel companion. Ooh, I just talked to her last night on the phone. Kelsey McMartin. Ola, need more coffee. I've had too much coffee this morning, and my coffee has just kicked in. I get up at 5:30. I drink about 8 cups of coffee to get me going so that when it's time to go live, I can go live in style. You hear what I'm talking about? I'm talking about going live. Woohoo! Okay. First, I want to talk about the weather down here. You may see me sweating this morning. I could turn on the AC, I guess, and close the back door, but it is hot and humid down here. I have a friend in Ahiheek. Her name is Meredith Ann Murray. She's a mystic, and I pay her like once every 6 weeks to send her spirit down here and clean up my chakras. And so I've known Meredith Ann Murray. She can clean up your chakras too if you need it done. But I've known her for about almost a year now, maybe 2 years. And before we did our session this week, she was talking about in Ahiheek, it's been 95 degrees every day and humid. That's hotter than it is here in Mazatlan. And she said Lake Chapala is drying up. It is hot. I'm telling, it is hot down here. I mean, it's pretty good. It's pretty good in the evening. It's pretty good in the evening if there is a breeze. But I'm telling you, man, it is hot down here. And that's my weather report for now. Autumn Green in the casa and speaking Spanish. Feel free to talk. Hablas inglés, hablas español conmigo porque conozco como puedo. Oh yeah, bring it on. And my girlfriend in the 4th grade, she looks bigger than the 4th grade. How are you? I loved your video on your last trip. Thank you so much. You're one of the 2 people that watched those 2 videos I just put up. Where's your next trip going to be? And Sienna's uncle lives in my building. I believe he's 1 floor down. That's Michael. We've had lunch a couple of times. We even did an interview. And Sienna, thank you so much for showing up and leaving a comment. And of course, good morning, Lakaya Britton from sunny South Carolina. We have a lot to cover today. We have a lot to cover, but that's the weather report. What's going on here? Here we go. The donations are starting to fly in. Stony Star God $9.99. A few cold ones. Oh yeah. I've been kind of, thank you so much for contributing to the channel. We just love it when you guys contribute to the channel. I can pay for this new $3,000 laptop I'm looking at right in front of me. William Stoneman, what are you talking about? I loved your new videos. Thank you so much. Send some of that heat up our way. No, you don't want none of this. You don't want none of this heat. And thank you, Brian Maiden. I also enjoyed the last video. Yeah, I'm telling you, I try to figure out what kind of videos. I mean, I make videos about Mexico, and how can I make videos about Mexico if I don't go anywhere? But when I go places and I make videos about these places, hardly anybody watches them. What people watch is the interviews that I do. So let me say this. If you're out there and you have a story to tell, an immigration story, a visiting Mexico story, how much you appreciate Mexico's story, email me. You know, we'll do an interview. You can be anywhere on the planet. We'll do like a Zoom thing, record it. But yeah, I'm doing interviews. And going back to Sienna's question, where is your next trip going to be? And me and my travel companion, Kelsey, we were talking about where are we going to go? Where are we going to go? I think that next weekend we're going to go up to this little place. It's a 3-hour drive, 3.5-hour drive from here. It's called I'm going to say it's San Blas. I think in Spanish you would pronounce that San Blas. And there aren't too many. It's north of here. It's between here and Puerto Vallarta. It's a little beach town. I bet it's really affordable. I don't think there are hardly any expats there. I want to check it out. Also, there's another place that I want to visit. What's the name of that place? It's right to the east of that. Tepic. It's a big city. Nobody ever talks about Tepic. I bet it's really affordable. And speaking about the weather in Ajijic weather, where it was so hot and the lake is drying up, the Mexican government put up a national report about all of this heat all over the country. And they said that almost every state in Mexico has been affected by this heat wave, except for just a couple of states, that they didn't mention. And one of those was Guanajuato. That's where my last 2 videos were. Guanajuato is in good shape. It's nice and cool with limited humidity. Hello, Kim J. Great to have you in the house. She's moving and grooving. I believe she's in San Miguel Allende. What's Brian Maiden talking about? I miss Mexico so much, I purchased a Mexican flag and put it on my patio. You guys are crazy. Tepic is the capital city of Nayarit. Oh, I'm so happy to have knowledgeable people in the house. Ciao, coming in late. I moved to Italy 7 years ago, but now moving to MX. Can't wait. And La Dolce Vita. Ooh, look me up, girl, when you come down. Yeah. Okay. Now, we have some video clips this morning, and I've got like I've got like 5 video clips. Tomorrow, I'm putting up a video with a African-American senior couple. Their names are Sheila and Rudy. I've talked about them in the past. You've seen them. I put up a couple of video clips, but I did like a 20-minute interview with them. And their interviews are very powerful. And I'm going to play how this what they have to say is just awesome. I will put up the full version of this interview tomorrow, but here is my first clip. It is a 20-second clip. It's very powerful.
Yes.
How do you like it so far?
Oh my God. No regrets.
No regrets.
No regrets. No look back. Ain't even thought about back. That's how comfortable. As soon as we got off the plane, we were like, we left it back there. Left it back in Vegas.
There you go. They just moved here from Las Vegas. They've only been here about 6 weeks now. And I have a few more clips of them to share. And now they're going to talk about how friendly the people are. And check this out. And what do you like most thus far?
Let me say, to me, number one, the weather and the friendliness of everybody here. So never any problems with anybody.
Okay.
Everybody speaks to you. You know, you're walking down the street. You know, they don't know you from Adam. Hola, buenos dias. You know, it's great. It's great. I love it.
There you go, Rudy and Sheila talking about how friendly. So those I have 4 more clips. Those are the light clips that don't have super serious messages. But in a second, I'm going to play some more clips, and they start to get low down and serious. Flying SGP. if you are going to San Blas, you should also check out however you say that. So let me look that up. Let me look that up and see if we can make it there. We only have maybe 3 or 4 days, but in an Airbnb. Nana, all right now. That's what I'm talking about. Go ahead, girl. Yeah, okay. Okay. Love it. Not looking back. And I'm just glad that you guys can hear the audio on that. What's Brian Maiden talking about? They seem to be a happy couple and can see how they find people in Mexico. Woo! Yeah, okay. Okay, so y'all like that interview stuff. Yeah. Yeah, and me and Kelsey, we were sitting around this week sometime, and we're both so happy down here in Mexico. People come down here, and I tell you, people watch my videos. Miriam's from Canada, and she moved down. She was living in Florida, and then she moved here watching my videos. And people come down here, and all of a sudden they're just all chilled out. And me and Kelsey were trying to figure out, well, why is it that we feel so chilled out and calm and cool and all of that? And I think a part of it is my Spanish is okay. It's not great, but there's a lot that I don't understand. When I'm walking around town, people are talking and stuff. I don't understand what they're saying. I'm looking at street signs. I don't know what they mean. I'm looking at advertising. I don't know what that means. It's like all of a sudden you're off in your own little world, and the people are just being very friendly to you. It's like being on another planet. But let's go in here and check out the third video. And now this video, this is a 2-minute video, 1 minute and 58 seconds. And now Sheila's going to tell you why she moved, or why they decided to move to Mexico. Now, why did you move to Mexico?
Well, it started off as I was watching YouTube and thinking about getting a van and doing van life. So I was watching this lady, and they took a caravan. It was like 10 of them, and they took a caravan down into Mexico, through Baja, and then over. And I'm like, oh, Mexico. Well, you hear all these horror stories in the U.S. about Mexico, but I stayed with it, and I was watching. And so then I got on YouTube, and I'm like, oh, let me join this group, Black Expats of Mazatlan. Mm-hmm. And so that was the first group that we joined, and that was back in November of last year.
Leave a comment. Tell us what you think. And if you like the video, click that like button. And if this video could help somebody, click the share button.
So I started watching it, then the thoughts just start coming, and I'm like, I feel like this is where we need to go. And the process started. And of course he wasn't on board at first.
It was at first.
Yeah. No, yes.
Oh, okay.
Well, we got to get to him first, because we were watching. I had him watching all these videos, and he was like, "Well, can we not talk about it?" I was talking about it every day. Every day I was talking about moving to Mexico. He was like, "Well, can we take a break and talk about something else?" And of course, I got an attitude, but anyway. So when I started watching you, I said, "Well, maybe he'll watch Bill, and he'll feel more comfortable." So he started watching you, and more he started coming around. I mean, you're so good at what you do that it convinced him.
There you go. We still have 2 more clips. That's why they moved to Mexico. And that's the funny thing. Rudy, as she said, he was not with the program, but she just couldn't stop talking about Mexico. She just kept hitting him up again and again and again. Now they're down here, and you should meet them. If you come down here, you should look them up. But we got Kagarama from South Africa. Happy to have you in the house. to my recollection, I don't think we've ever had a visitor on Saturday from South Africa. We welcome you immensely. And if you visit over here and make it to Mazatlan, drop me a line. Jack Webb, she's speaking the truth. What is real and what we hear are two different things. And I think it's a government plot. I really do. I think that corporations in the United States and the United States government, they don't want people to know how wonderful Mexico is, how wonderful the people are, how low the cost of living is. That if Americans knew the truth about Mexico and all the young people that are working online, they would just all move down here. Then who's going to stay up there and with all that crap going on? Uh-oh, I think I did something wrong here. What is Kelsey McMartin talking about? It's my first summer in Mazatlan. I was worried about the heat and humidity. I'm from Phoenix, and this is not bad at all. It actually cools off late afternoon, and you can be outside. We got people leaving comments. Hickson, wrong name, from South Africa. It's Findili. I know I messed that name up. I'm sorry. Cut me some slack, but welcome. We're so happy you are here joining us this morning. And if this is your first time here and you've never been here for a broadcast, ask any questions that you would like. I've been living in Mexico this is my 18th year down here. I've learned a few things. I've lived in Puerto Vallarta, Guadalajara, Ajijic. I've lived in El Arenal, which is between the pueblos of Guadalajara and Tequila. Lived in Ajijic, Chapala. Now I live in Mazatlan. So if you have any questions, I've had 3 or 4 visas. Now I have a permanent visa. So if you have any questions, just speak up. Let us know where you're from and all that kind of stuff. Because we get together every Saturday. And we got 64 people in the house. We have 26 likes. Click that like button. We have more video clips to come. We have 3 more video clips and they're all short, but I think that these are this video clip is 46 seconds. But Sheila's going to say something very powerful here. Let's roll the video.
And do you feel safe here?
Oh my God. We have walked at night. We would never walk at night in Vegas. Not unless we were on the strip.
Okay.
You know,
Something like
but
that.
on our block, no. We have walked from Central all the way to the beach and came back at night. And no problem. None whatsoever. None whatsoever. We feel very safe.
Very safe.
And sometimes I don't even see any of us around. And it didn't make any difference. We didn't feel any different. We
felt like
felt,
we were just people.
yeah, just people. Just walking like every other people.
Like
Yeah.
people.
Is that isn't that kind of hilarious? They just feel like people here. I want to cry. Wow, how powerful is that? Down here, they just feel like people. Woo! What a concept! What a concept! That's crazy. We got 2 more clips coming from them. Let's see what people are talking about. What are people saying? I'll be in Hoko on Tuesday, and I bet that means, I bet that means Hoko to Peck. And for those of you that are not familiar with the area down here, let me see. Do I have any maps that can show us stuff like that? Maybe I do. Let's see. What do we have? Oh, there we go. For those of you that don't know where Hoko is, there's Chapala on the right. Ahihik is about 10 minutes from there. So Hoko to Peck is about a 20-minute drive from Chapala, Ahihik, right on the lake. And the climate is going to be wonderful. Also, you have hardly any expats living there. Canadians, Americans almost do not exist. Not really, but Hoko to Peck, people haven't put it on the chart yet. It's very affordable. I did a video on Hoko to Peck, and I was there in town, and I met 4 expats sitting on the plaza. They looked like they got together there all the time, and they were all senior citizens. They were all women, except for 3 white old ladies, excuse me, and an old black guy. And they had been there for 17 years, and the ladies were upset. They were saying, "Oh no, expats are starting to move here," and they didn't like it because they didn't want to change Hoko to Peck. They didn't want it to turn in to an Ahihik. But the black, I said, "Well, is it affordable here?" And the black guy said, you can get a really, really, really nice place for $500 a month. And he said, you can get a nice place for $400 a month. So Hoko to Peck, I've got a video about it. It's a nice place and good for you. You'll be there on Tuesday. We're happy to have all these people in the house this morning. And we still have a couple of video clips to share with you from Sheila and Rudy. But let's see who's talking. What's going on here? We got Morgan Jones, Ola, Bill, and family. MJ saying from Sacramento, been there, rafted on the river on 4th of July in Sacramento, been there many times on business. We got a question coming in from South Africa. I want to move to Guadalajara in September, but someone posted that for whatever the reason, the temperature has skyrocketed. Okay, that's an excellent question. The temperature throughout Mexico this summer so far is higher all over the country of Mexico. And Guadalajara is one of those places. I lived in Guadalajara for about 4 years. And usually in the summertime, it's going to go up to like 92. But there's almost zero humidity in Guadalajara. And then at nighttime, it's going to go down to like 55 and everything's going to cool off. Guadalajara has almost the same temperatures, Ahihik, Chapala, and Ahihik is supposed to be the best climate in the world. But even right now, Ahihik is screaming. It's 95 and it's humid. I lived in Ahihik, Chapala for 3 or 4 years. That never, ever happened. This is a rare occurrence. So I wouldn't worry about it. I think it's just one of those things that's going to happen. Come on down. You'll be all right. Guadalajara is a great place. I loved it there, but you might want to look at Guanajuato. Guanajuato, it's sophisticated. I did 2 videos on it. Give Guanajuato a look. And if you've never been to Mexico before, just find one spot and chill out. Okay, let's go down here. Jack Webb. Every time I go to Lakeside, my wife is always take me to Hoko to Peck. No Americans there. Now she wants another house there. That's women, Jack. Women always want more. They think you're Santa Claus. That's why I'm not married anymore. My ex thought I thought she loved me, but she thought my real name was Santa Claus. But anyway, it's really nice to, I mean, that's why I moved to Mexico. I mean, I have many American friends down here, but I have more American friends than Mexican friends. But I moved to Mexico to experience Mexico. There are places in Mexico that the expats have taken over. You go to restaurants and you see all of these. There's some places here in Mazatlan near where I live where you go in there and you just see a bunch of, I mean, you might see 200 people and they're all Caucasians. I mean, how does that happen? There's a gathering down here that happens once a week, and it's like you don't see any Mexicans in there. I mean, how do you get 500 Americans and Canadians in one room for 4 hours? I mean, okay, whatever. That's not why I moved to Mexico, but I'll talk about that some other time. Brian Maiden, it has, oh yeah, Brian Maiden talking about Jocotepec. Their Malecon is fabulous. It is beautiful, and it's under the mountains right next to the lake. It's awesome. Stony Star Child. Uh-oh, I clicked a wrong button over there. Let's click that again. It's cool to be in a place where people are people and actually friendly. Hey, Stony Star Child, you are so right. People are so friendly. You know, I've got a bunch of video clips to play, but you guys are bringing up such excellent comments. I got to tell you about my trip to the laundry yesterday, because this is the first place I've lived in that I can't access a washer and dryer. So I have to take my laundry to this lady. Her name is Alejandra. She lives her business is like 3 blocks from where I live. I've been here about 12 months now. As of July the 6th, I will have been here for 12 full months. January 6th, I will have been here for 12 full months. So I take my laundry to Alejandra, and we become like family. I go in there. There's a tradition with Mexican families. When you go into a room and you're visiting a Mexican family, you kiss everybody, and they kiss you, male and female. If I'm going from memory now, and so when I go into to leave my laundry or to pick my laundry up, I kiss Alejandra on the cheek. She gives me a kiss on the cheek. And I went in yesterday with laundry, and she has an assistant. Her assistant's name is Luisa, and we started talking. I asked them if they knew about that place I was talking about, San Blas. Do you know this? And then they talked about some song, this romantic song about San Blas by this band called Mana. And I couldn't get out for 20 minutes. They were so friendly. They love me. I love them. That's Mexico. That's the beauty of living in Mexico. All these friendly people down here. Okay, let's go back to South Africa. I want to find a single expat sisterhood of retired folks. Ms. Jacqueline, I'm gonna call you Jacqueline because I don't know if I can pronounce your first name, but go to Facebook, and I'm not a Facebook fan, but Facebook has certain things that it does very well. And one of the things that Facebook does very well is groups. And Guadalajara has an expat group for sure. And all you have to do is go to Facebook, go to groups, go to expats in Guadalajara, do a search, and they'll have many groups in Guadalajara. And you should be able to find exactly what you are looking for. I know in Ajijic, they have what you're talking about, a sisterhood group of retired folks. Go to Facebook, look up different cities, and the expats will really help you out. Steve, we've been manipulating the weather since the 60s. Operation Popeye. Woo! Yeah. Okay. Okay, Steve. All right. Right on. Okay, man. William Mustache Stone Man, how long did it take you to get your permanent resident status? That is a very good question. This is my 4th visa. I had a 1-year visa. And I was in Puerto Vallarta for 10 years. And so I got my first visa in Puerto Vallarta. So I had a 1-year visa, then I had 2 2-year visas, and then I got my permanent visa. So that seems like a long time, but I didn't want to get a permanent visa because that gave a bad relationship with my car, whatever. So let me say this. My cousin who lives in Ajijic, she's only lived in Mexico for like 3 years. She got she was living in Montana. It took her 1 month to get a permanent visa. And people contact me all the time. I know many people that have moved to Mazatlan, and it only took them like a month, maybe 45 days to get a permanent visa. So if you have the right immigration attorney, it shouldn't take that long as all of your financials are in order. Pamela B., are there any units available in your building? Yes, Pamela, let me do something right over here. I'm looking for some information. Okay, Pamela, here's my email. Email me directly at bill.dallas.lewis10@gmail.com. I'll leave that up there for a second so you can run around, get a pen and paper or whatever. And for any of you, it's really best if you want to contact me just to send me an email. And then I can email you directly with the office manager, Yesedra. And in fact, Miriam's in the house right now. She's moving in here. Michael is living here. Yeah, and plus this place is under construction, so they have a bunch of new places for rent. I think that the place where I am is a little bit pricey, but okay. Okay, so let's go back to some of these video clips I want to share with you. And let's go back here. Okay. Now, this is my last. No, I don't think I played this. So I hope I didn't already play this. This is a 1 minute and 26 second video clip. I don't think I played this. Maybe I did. Okay, now this is a strange question, but how would you compare your feelings about happiness here versus happiness in the United States?
Well,
the level
of happiness here is States here, Mexico here.
Okay.
Yeah, same here. Same here. It's just a whole different people.
But yes, hey, we have no
Nothing.
fear of walking around. We have no fear of like even going to Walmart. In the States, you got a chance you might get your head shot off.
Okay.
At Walmart, because they had so far way over 200 mass shootings in the United States. To me, that's ridiculous. Just totally ridiculous. And one of our points here was safety.
Mm-hmm.
Safety. We listen to watch the videos.
Right.
You ask people if they feel safe, and nobody said no.
We feel safe here. Let me just say this again. Coming from an American, we feel safe. We've lived Vegas, Kansas City. We feel safe here. Take my word for it.
Mm-hmm. She's funny. Sheila just jump up in your face, say, look, I'm going to look in the camera and say, I feel safe. And I know for a fact that Sheila is my age and Rudy is about 5 or 6 years older than her. But they just, you really should really talk to these people. They are just enjoying themselves. And I'm putting up the full 20-minute video. It's about a 22-minute video with Sheila and Rudy first thing in the morning. And you have to watch that whole thing to get the full breadth of what they're talking about. What's Pamela talking about? Are there any units? I already responded to that. Very good. Also, we have 63 people in the house and 36 likes. Click the like button if you like what you're hearing. Let's go back to our last. I think it's this is my last video clip. Before I do that, let's go back to Jacqueline in South Africa. Jacqueline, thank you. She says, thank you for sharing this information. I will reach out to you by email. Fine, do that. I lived in TJ for 3 years before going to Africa. Very good. Okay. Brian Maiden, if you bump into someone in Mexico, you say sorry. You do that in New York and get shot. That's funny. You're welcome, Pamela. You're very welcome. Mackie, hi, Bill from Commercial Point. Mackie, glad that you are here with us this morning. And I mentioned likes, and all of a sudden, now we got 40 likes, and we got 63 people in the house. Okay, let's go back to our final video we got our final video, but I will respond to comments as they show up. We got Katrina the Maker. The U.S. should have its own travel warning. Yes. That's funny. I try my best to not be outside at night due to shooting every day. I live in the suburbs. Yeah, I ain't going back there. I don't think so. Nah, man, it is peaceful down here. Mazatlan is very friendly for a city of this size. I mean, I go walking in the morning 5 days a week, and everybody says hello. I mean, this is a big, I want to say a big city, and everybody says hello. It's amazing. The friendliness and the love that's down here in Mexico is just off the charts. But let's go back and check out my final video with Rudy and Sheila, and then we have other things to talk about. Here,
what would you tell people who are hesitant, people who are like Rudy, didn't want to come down, didn't want to talk about it? What would you tell these people that are hesitant about moving to Mexico?
Well, let me get in the camera. Don't think about it. Just do it. Whatever you hear, it ain't true. Because we heard the same crap.
Same horse.
And we didn't believe it, because I feel like the people that are here of color, they wouldn't be here either if they felt like people say things that happen in Mexico. We don't have anything to do with the cartel, and they ain't got nothing to do with us. So if you are hesitant, we prayed about it. We prayed about it, and we felt comfortable. So come on down. If you just have to come down for a month, come down and try it for yourself. Don't listen to anybody else. Come here and experience the life of living in Mexico, and you will not regret it. I am so at ease. This gray didn't come from here. It came from back there. It looks better here, I tell you that. We look better. We feel better. Feel relaxed. If you don't know what without stress is, come to Mexico and you will know no stress, no worries, no problems. Safety is number one.
There you go. Sheila just laid it out. She's telling everybody to come on down. Come on down. Oh, this video, I will post it around 7 a.m. my time. That'll be 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in the United States. I'm putting it up. Okay, boy, Steve's bringing it on. Operation Popeye. The biggest cartel is the U.S. government. Woo! Steven got some things to say. Okay, we have more. We have I have some more video clips. Thank you so much to Sheila and Rudy. You guys have to watch that full video. Kelsey McMartin got a lot to say. Pride fan Rainbow Open celebrating gay pride today in Mazatlan. So much love and acceptance here. Pride Heart Rainbow Philly. And I think that Ms. McMartin is headed down in her tutu to that festival parade here in Mazatlan today. And thanks for sharing that with us. W, I don't know what W means. Okay. Now something really strange happened to me this week, and this involves real estate. Let me go back over here to where the video clips are. I got to do something over here with the okay, here we go. William Mustache. I'm fat. We need a fat pride, a fat pride month. Okay, we'll consider that. I'll see if I can get that cranking. Jack Webb, I didn't know Mazatlan was an hour behind Chapala. Yes. Learned something new. Yes. What state? Oh, we're in Sinaloa. So as soon as you get into the state of Sinaloa, then the time changes. So in Mazatlan here, we're mountain time for the United States. Yes. Katrina the Maker, other counties have issued warnings for their residents. The United States is dangerous. Where else can you go to Walmart and just get killed just because you're in the parking lot? That's crazy. That doesn't happen down here. Little kids don't get shot down here. That people don't go into elementary schools killing little kids in Mexico. Oh man, I mean, people. I tell you what, Mexico is really serious about their kids and loving kids. Man, don't come down to Mexico and mess with kids because you will get messed up. Kids are number one in Mexico. Okay, Kim, we got Kim J talking stuff. Oh yeah, okay, we got to that. Okay, Kim J, okay. How often do you have power outages? It is horrible in South Africa. Well, I've been in this condo for a year. I think we've maybe had 3 power outages in a year, but they usually only last for like maybe 10 minutes or 15 minutes. Like I did a broadcast about 2 months ago, and right after my live broadcast, the electricity went out for like an hour. In Chapala, I was there for 4 years. What happens down here in Mexico is almost everywhere I've lived, they have transformers. So every 4 blocks, they have a transformer, and the transformer will blow up. Okay. And so what they have to do is they come out and put some different part in it. But usually for them to come out and put that part in, it only takes a couple hours and then everything's good. So I've never had for the 18 years that I've been here, maybe I think the longest power outage that I've ever experienced was maybe like 3 or 4 hours. But the electric company, I think is CFE, they're good. They come out and get it fixed. Very cool. It's very cool. Let's see. Is dental work affordable? And I have a video on dental work in Mexico. Dental work, and I've talked about dental work many times. Okay. I went with a friend to get my teeth cleaned in Chapala Ajijic. I can't remember dental. I think there's a place in Chapala Ajijic. I think it's called Dental Express. We both got our teeth cleaned, and it cost us like $20. That was for both of us. 2 people, that's like $10 a person. I have several crowns in my mouth, and I think each crown was like $200. Dental care, I've met people, some people come to Mexico just to get dental care, and they save so much money that they end up making it a vacation. What would cost you $20,000? I have met people that would have to spend $40,000 for a certain dental job up in the United States, and they come down here and they spend like $7,000 or $8,000. Dental work is very good. The medical care down here is excellent. Let me say that. And LJ, let's see what we got. People talking here today. Miriam, because the USA moved forward and Mexico does not move their time zones at all anymore. Now that's something else that I thank you, Miriam. Thank you, Miriam, for bringing that up. Yes, we don't do daylight savings time anymore in Mexico. We're done with that. Mexico said, we're not doing it anymore. That's it. We're done. So it's always the same time down here. And LJ, I sent LJ $20, and I asked him yesterday, hey, LJ, around with 8 minutes to go, tell people to click the like button. We have 69 people in the house, 44 likes. Yeah, and people are talking today. We got a lot of people. Mazatlan is currently 2 hours behind Central Time. Okay, yeah, and like I start this broadcast at 8 o'clock my time. That's 10 o'clock Central Time in the United States. It gets confusing. And then when you guys get done with that, when you guys get done, then I can start broadcasting at 9 a.m. So when I start this, I'm broadcasting at 8 a.m. my time. Brian Maiden. I found dental work very affordable in Canada. Was going to cost $1,700 in Canada, and in Mexico it was. So he's saving $1,000. He's saving $1,000. We're on Pacific time, according to USA. No, we are I'm sorry, we are Mountain time, to my understanding, Ms. Miriam. Okay, I do have some more video clips. We have 6 minutes left to go. We might have to go a little bit longer. Let's see what is Camping Allen talking about. Hello, Bill. Thank you for what you do for us. You are very welcome. I do have a property to share with you guys today, and this is a really weird thing because it involves my morning walk, and 5 days a week I'm out of the door at 5:30 a.m. to get my thing. To get my thing going. Okay, so here we go. So here is Baja California is a region of Mexico that continues to observe Okay, now. Okay, so I'm clicking the wrong buttons here. And thank you, that girl. Okay. Let's see what's happening here. Yes, you are on Mountain Time. Yes, I thought so. I'm boarding to fly to DC to visit my parents and will have to catch your show later. Camping Alan, thanks for joining us. And Katrina, Kim J, they're rightly warning their citizens here in Texas. We greet and speak to people we don't know, and you also could be shot by accidentally bumping into someone at a stop sign. Yep. Yeah. Texas, that place. I read about Texas. That's some weird stuff going on there. 1700 GM. What is Mexico's view on LGBT? A lot of controversy here. People here are very gay friendly. My ex-wife, she's Mexican. Her son's gay. They have a bunch of gay people in their family. Oh, my landlord in Puerto Vallarta for 5 years, Mike, him and Charlie, they're gay. They were together for 25 years. And Puerto Vallarta is like the gay capital of Mexico. They got a gay beach, gay bars, gay hotels. We got a gay parade going on here. People have taken Rob's tour. I took his tour. Rob has a dildo shop in Ajijic. And Rob's gay. It's like gay is no big deal. Down here, gay is no big deal. Nobody cares if you're gay. I've heard Mexican guys make little jokes about gay guys, but it wasn't like there's a taco stand I used to go to in Puerto Vallarta all the time. And I got to be friends with the guys at the taco stand. They were like my family, and I knew their names. They knew my name, all that kind of stuff. And they were cracking on one of the brothers of their own family, saying that he's a butterfly, a mariposa. He's a. But it wasn't harsh. It wasn't bad, or it was just like a little joke. And then, so people will make little teeny tiny jokes, but being gay I would much rather, I'm straight. I like women. Okay. But, being gay in Mexico is no big deal. Nobody's going to mess with you for being gay down here. Jacqueline, any recommendations for a pet-friendly Airbnb in Guadalajara, or should I just stay away from that? Hey, there are going to be 1 million Airbnbs in Guadalajara. And so just check them out, click them, and just send them a message. I bet at least 30% of them will be pet friendly. I bet. And I got to thank Brian Mating for contributing to the channel this morning. Yeah, we got to pay the rent. And we appreciate any donations. That's how we pay for our electricity and computers and take our trips and all that kind of stuff. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for clicking that like button. Let's see what's going on. Hold on. Are there old school jazz venues there? I'm a singer. Yeah, they do jazz in Guadalajara. They do jazz all over Mexico. It's not hard to find. I know in Ajijic they have jazz singers, and when I was in Puerto Vallarta, they had jazz right they have a little river that goes right to it. But anyway, they had a jazz bar right in the center of Old Town, not really on the center. And my dad is a jazz freak. I've been listening to jazz since I was like 3 years old because my dad would get the albums, put on some jazz in the house. That's the only music that we ever listened to from the stereo. My dad was listening to all Sonny Stitt, the Dizzy Gillespie, all that kind of stuff. And so my dad came to visit me in Puerto Vallarta. I took him to the jazz bar, and they had these Mexican jazz musicians. It was all instrumental, and they were hitting it and getting it. That's all I can say. That's the only way that I can say it. They were hitting it and getting it. Let's go over here and say, yeah, I said they were hitting it and getting it. Hit and get. And my dad was blown away because he had all these ideas about Mexico and da-da-da-da. And he was so impressed that he went up and talked to the musicians like when they were done. And pretty much he was asking them, well, how do you know all that jazz? Because they were playing like John Coltrane. They were playing the stuff. But there's a lot of music down here in Mexico. Anyway, let's just keep cruising here for a minute. Sorry, countries. What does that mean, Kim? What are you talking about? Kelsey McMartin is talking this morning. The girl usually sits quiet in the background. Don't say nothing. I like Jacqueline in Guadalajara. I like the Americana area. It's near the university. There's lots of music there. And I must say, Ms. McMartin is an artist. She writes her own music, and she plays excellent funky guitar. I mean, she's like for real about her music. Whatever. Okay. Hitting it and getting it. Yeah, come on down here. They got places where they will hit it and get it. Okay. And I thank you all. We have 75 people in the house with 52 likes. I do want to talk real estate just for a second. And let me go down here. Okay, so I almost got it going. Okay, so you guys know that I take my walk. This is how my walk starts out. What you're seeing now is happening at about 5:40 in the morning. And and you can see the sun has barely come up. The sun is on its way up. And every morning I walk by this place. It's called El Cid. And, you can see it's a gated community. And looking at the big gate, it really doesn't tell you the size of this gated community. And so after I go by that, then I'm walking down this very long sidewalk on a boulevard, and to the right there's a big golf course, but it's only one hole. And I walk by this every morning. You can barely see the green grass over there. And let me show you this one more clip. And directly straight up ahead is a bridge coming up. And you can see the sun coming up. I walk this walk every morning. It's up by the marina. And so out of the blue, my friend Kimberly Cook, the real estate agent, she says, Bill, I have a property for sale in El Cid. You want to come? We're having an open house. We're having an open house this Thursday night. And she sends me a picture of the place. Here it is. Here's a picture of the place that is for sale. And I'm thinking, where is this place? I've never seen this place before. She says it's in El Cid. And that's the place right there. Well, that place, it ends up that place is under construction, and they are building the place. So this going to this was a cultural event for me, because wait till you see the prices of these places. So I'm walking over the bridge. I walk over this bridge every morning, and that is the place. It's under construction right there. I took this video yesterday morning. Those 2 tents over there is where the event was. And so we go to the event itself, and there's Kimberly Cook, all of Kimberly's contact information. There's Miriam right there. It was me, Miriam, Kimberly Cook from Remax. That's the new place. And under those 2 tents, that's where they had a lot of people in there. And they had these little booklets. Sabia, and there's Kimberly right there. And she's going to take me through this whole book. They gave these books to everybody, and there were no Canadians or Americans. All the people at this event were Mexicans with big, big money. I mean, we're talking big money Mexicans. Wait until you see these prices. They're all 2-bedroom and 3 bedrooms with penthouses under construction right now. I'll be putting a video up about that next week for sure. That'll probably go up next Sunday. And I got to thank South Africa for contributing $5 to the Bill Dallas Lewis channel. We appreciate all contributions. Thank you so much for showing up, asking your questions. That's what it's all about, sharing the love, because we're broadcasting from Mexico, and it's just contagious. It's contagious to share love. Once you come down, it gets in your blood. You're just sharing love all the time. That's what we do. What's Steve talking about? You go share some love. Walking is healthier than running on the knees. Yep. Yeah, I used to run. I ran track at Dartmouth College, and I used to go out, and I was training with the 7th fastest mile relay team in the country, running 4 miles through the hills of New Hampshire. I ran high school track, college track. I love to run, but yeah, man, my knees, I couldn't do it anymore because bone on bone. So I just switched to walking in Mexico, and 5 days a week, I walk about 4 miles in the morning. It takes me about an hour. No, don't have to go to the gym. Don't have to pay any money. It's an hour a day. I stay thin and trim. So yeah, that walking thing works for me. Have a great day and weekend to you and all in the house. Thank you, Brian Maiden, for showing up. I still got some stuff to share, but thank you for your contribution. Thanks for showing up. And are golf carts street legal in Mazatlan, and are they affordable? I know that they are affordable, but I don't know how legal they are. It's really iffy. That whole golf cart thing is very iffy. Ola Chris, how you doing? Come on down, dude. Let me just go back to a couple of more of these. A couple of more. She's going through the books. Okay, now these are the people attending this gathering. These people have money. There are no Americans in here. There are no Canadians in here. These people are here with money. And this is big time. There's no English being spoken here. And I'm putting up this video, I think, next either Thursday or Saturday. Here's a drone shot of the tents. The building is over there on the right-hand side. And this is the community called El Cid. I had no idea. Those white buildings behind the tents, that's all El Cid. It's a Mexican wealthy community. There's the building that will soon. It has like 51 condos. I think it has 5 or 7 penthouses. The condos are selling for about $360,000. Those are 2 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. The penthouses are about $750,000. That's a little canal, fish. There, it's filled with fish. We're over there eating hors d'oeuvres and having drinks, and that all of that. What you see is called El Cid. And if you're interested, if you have $400,000 or if you have $800,000 and you want to invest in a property, here are the prices here. Oh, well, let me show you. Okay, now this is all we have. All we have is the diagrams. I believe this is like a 2-bedroom here. And you can see a little picture of the bed in the upper left-hand corner. It's got 2.5 bathrooms. It's a nice layout. The location is wonderful. Here is the penthouse layout. I'm wondering if that's 2 stories there, but that's going to sell. Those 2 things that you're looking at there. Here are the prices. Now, these prices are in pesos. The top 2, you can see 12 million and 10 million. That's pesos. So 12,500,000 pesos is right around $750,000. And you can see the cheapest condo is 6 million pesos. And I've got it written, 6 million pesos is about $350,000. But this is a very wealthy community. It's going to be an excellent investment. I'm thinking I might just buy a penthouse just because it's going to have a really nice view. And it's only $800,000. It's really only $750,000, but I'm just going to round it up to $800,000. And I got the money. I got the money because you guys be giving me donations, $5, $20, $10, and I take that money and I save it so I can get my penthouse. Just because I like living good in Mexico. If I'm living in Mexico, I may as well have a penthouse condo right next to the ocean. That's just the way I roll. I roll like that. Okay. All right. Let's see what else is going on. We got BJ in the house. So sorry I'm late to the party with you guys. Bill, I had a doctor's appointment on Wednesday. He looked at one of your broadcasts. Que bueno. Stony Star God, just curious, what kind of drone do you fly? I worked in the drone industry for 6 years. Stony Star God. I've got a Mavic Air. I think I've had it. Maybe 4 years. It's not the latest model, but it's got 4K camera. And for me, I just put it up, spin it around, bring it down. And since you brought that up, I have one more video. Let me just show this one more clip. This is a drone shot. Let me turn off that comment so we can get a good look at the drone shot, because I love my drone. I love my drone very much. It's fun. But there you go. There's a drone shot. And this is pretty much all I do with my drone. I put it up and look at those houses. Look at those houses that are with the swimming pool right there by the canal. And yeah, people have boats and they go up and down this canal. This canal goes right into the marina, and the marina will take you right into the ocean. But there you go. Here's the location. So this property is located probably about a 15-minute drive from the middle of Mazatlan. It's a beautiful, peaceful, generally speaking, place. It's near Walmart, the Gallerias. There's the street I walk down where you see the cars. I walk down through there 5 days a week. And there's the marina right there. All kinds of bars and restaurants in there. And the marina is right across the street from this El Cid, a wonderful place. And that island there, I met a guy that lives on that island right there on the right-hand side. Beautiful. I met him when I was buying my Mac at the shopping mall. But it's beautiful anyway, but that's my drone shot. And this property, I mean, you can see you're very close to the beach, a wonderful investment. But anyway, that is my property, and I will be putting up that video. I'll probably put that up maybe next Sunday or Thursday of this week. Okay. It's a DJI. That's what it is. Steve, the man, bet you it's a DJI. It's a DJI Mavic Air. Got to run. Hope to see you next week. Thanks for joining us. If you need a butler for that penthouse, no problem, dude. We got it because it's 3 bedrooms. Santa Claus, so true. Oh, yeah. It's Santa Claus. Love to travel. Thanks for dropping in. LJ in the house. You're going late. Good morning. Miriam, nice drone shot. Thank you so much, Miriam. Thank you. All right, you guys. Thank you. We had a lot of people here this morning. It's 17 after the hour. We've been hitting it and getting it. I want to thank Sheila and Rudy for sharing that information so I could do those clips. That video will be out first thing in the morning. And I'm going to wrap this up. Oh, we got 71 nice shots. Thank you, Stony. You guys, let me click this button over here. You guys, love you all. We got more videos to come. If this is your first time here, click that subscribe button. We're a regular group. We're very friendly, but I'm going to tell you, I'm Bill the Geek, and this is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel. We're broadcasting live from Mazatlan, Mexico. Love you all. Thanks for all of your comments, your likes, your donations. Thank you for just being here. And we'll see you next Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Central Time. Love you all because that's what we do in Mexico.